This is Vino, and I'm continuing. So right, where was I? While you're in the mother's womb, okay, the moment she gets pregnant, her transfusion cycle is activated. The transfusion cycle is where her systems within her liquefies into the bloodstream to be through the transfusion process placed into you as you develop as a baby inside her womb, into the development of your subconscious mind. Okay? Now this whole liquidifying of the manifested interdimensional systems in your mother being transfused into you through the blood to be placed inside your subconscious mind, for you to develop your subconscious mind when you come of age, is another story which I will definitely cover later. I'm basically explaining to you firstly how your subconscious mind foundation is laid down while you're in the mother's womb. Okay, so now you've got the downloaded information in your subconscious mind of your mother and your father. Okay, so in the left of your occipital bone, the subconscious mind of your mother is integrated into your left occipital bone, which is called the mother matrix system. On your right, the other subconscious system is integrated, which is called the father matrix system. It really looks like system plugins where the information is downloaded from. Now you're probably saying, no, I'm not in my father's womb or anything. How is the father one possible? During sexual intercourse, fascinating thing occurs. When a male and a female has sexual intercourse, their systems become transferred into each other. So your father's system expression gets transferred into your mother, and your mother's transferred expression gets transferred into your father. And that is consciousness system's definition of relationship. When systems get transferred into one another, and now you're standing in a relationship, but that relationship is bounded by consciousness systems transferences. Okay, so in other words, because of the sexual intercourse between your mother and your mother contains both her own systems and your father's systems. And this transference of systems is very important in a marriage, because when a baby is born, the baby has got to have the mother matrix system plugged in and the father matrix system plugged in. On the left occipital bone point for the mother matrix system, and on the right occipital bone point for the father matrix system. So that's how you get the father matrix system inside you. So all the information is now downloaded into the center section of that layers that I've described and that exist in the mind. The bottom layer, your unconscious mind foundation, already placed, because it's all babies have unconscious mind plugins already done, so that you can become the system in this world. The central layer is your subconscious mind, so that's where all the downloaded information now amalgamate, where you have your mother matrix system downloaded information from your mother in there, and your father matrix system downloaded information from your father in there. So it's all mushy inside your subconscious mind layer as a central layer. And then you have your top layer, which is your conscious mind. We'll get to that when you're born. So then, what do parents then actually produce in this world? Systems. There's one thing I'd like to get straight here now, is that you are not your conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind. It's not who you are. It's system placements. And we call it consciousness systems. Why do we call it consciousness systems? What is consciousness? For aeons of time, if you look back at creation. We've perceived that it's actually quite ironic, quite funny, but I'm certain there's many people that won't find it funny, but I do. I think it's precious. We've perceived that we are required to create, but creation has gotten a bit cross-wired. Because we've created something that is separate from ourselves and not realized that that what we are creating is actually ourselves. So, and people please, I'm going to speak a lot about Anu because they created the human physical form and things like that. But I'm not speaking from a point of blame. I'm not speaking from a point of shifting responsibility just to the Anunnaki because they created mankind and they enslaved mankind and stuff like that. Yes, they may have done that, but you know what? They've actually revealed to us what we've actually done. Not only them, but all of us. And it's not only Anu and them that are responsible for the situation. You know what? All of us are. Each and every single being in existence is because we have accepted and allowed this existence as it is. It is impossible to place blame only on Anu or the Anunnaki and all the other races that were involved in the creation of man as slaves as systems. And that is simply shown by the structural resonance that exists inside human beings. Because your structural resonance is that which you have accepted and allowed yourself to become as who you are now. That's not, you can blame and be angry and condemn Anu and the Anunnaki and the races as much as you want. It's not going to change your situation. You have accepted and allowed yourself to become a structural resonance consciousness system. And the only way you're going to be able to birth yourself as life from the physical in this world is to apply forgiveness, to apply and live the forgiveness that's been applied as an expression of yourself, to be able to release yourself from the imprisonment and this enslavement of these structural resonance consciousness systems inside you as that which you have accepted and allowed yourself to become. Okay, so going back again to when you're born. So when you're born is when your conscious mind starts activating. So to that I'll come in my next interview. Thank you very much.